Chapter 2. The Sheriff of Nottingham's Wicked Plans. The day after poor Will disappeared, there was a secret meeting between the Sheriff of Nottingham and Sir Tristan Goldsborough at Nottingham Castle. Sir Tristan was a very old, ugly man, but he was also one of the richest men in England. He wished to marry Christabel, the Sheriff of Nottingham's beautiful daughter. The Sheriff was an ambitious, greedy man, and did not care about his daughter's happiness. He cared only about Sir Tristan's money. "My dear Sir Tristan," began the Sheriff, "as you know, my daughter is one of the most beautiful girls in England, so we must agree on a sum that respects her beauty and dignity." "Sir, you can be certain that I will love your daughter with all my heart," replied Sir Tristan. "I'm not interested in these silly romantic notions," said the Sheriff arrogantly. "Let's talk about money instead." The old man sat down slowly in an armchair, while the Sheriff waited impatiently. "Well?" asked the Sheriff. "May I have an answer, or must I wait another hour?" "You have no respect for your elders," said Sir Tristan angrily. "And you have little respect for my daughter's youth," answered the Sheriff. "I will ask you for the last time, how much will you give me in exchange for my daughter's hand?" "I offer you 100 pieces of gold." "What?" exploded the Sheriff. "You are mad, sir, and you offend me with this ridiculous sum. Please leave immediately." Sir Tristan was not stupid. At his age, it would be very difficult to find another bride as pretty and young as Christabel. So finally he said, "All right, you win, Sheriff of Nottingham. I will give you half of my fortune in exchange for your daughter's hand." The Sheriff was delighted with this proposal. He was just about to offer Sir Tristan something to drink when a messenger from the king arrived. "What news do you bring?" the Sheriff asked the messenger. "We have caught the soldier who ran away from his regiment," replied the messenger. "And why did this dirty traitor desert his king?" "We do not know, sir, but he killed his captain in order to escape." "Then I hope that the king wishes to punish him well," said the Sheriff. "Yes, indeed, the prisoner must be hanged without mercy," said the soldier. "Well, put the prisoner in the castle dungeons, and tomorrow he will be hanged," ordered the Sheriff. The messenger ran off to give these orders, and Sir Tristan and the Sheriff drank together. The Sheriff of Nottingham was very pleased with his agreement with Sir Tristan. He would soon become a very rich man, which would also give him more power. He had already forgotten about the poor soldier to be hanged the next day. Outside in the castle courtyard, a young red-haired boy walked sadly between two soldiers as they led him to his prison. Will Scarlet had been caught. Meanwhile, Robin was searching for Will everywhere. Then, near Barnesdale, he met Much. "Robin, I'm so glad to see you. I have news about poor Will Scarlet," began Much. "Why do you say poor?" asked Robin in fear. "What has happened to him?" "The king's soldiers have captured him, and now he is in prison in Nottingham Castle." "Oh, no!" exclaimed Robin. "There is no time to waste, Much. Let's go to our men in the forest and make a plan to free Will." Robin Hood told his men to wait in the forest near Nottingham Castle. Then he sent Much into town to find out more about Will. While waiting for Much to come back, he saw an elegant knight riding towards him. "This is my chance to steal from a rich knight," thought Robin. He needed money to buy bows and arrows for his men to attack Nottingham Castle. "Good day to you, my fine lord," said Robin to the traveller. "What brings you to Sherwood Forest?" "Good day to you too, stranger," replied the knight. "May I ask if you are one of Robin Hood's merry men?" he continued with a smile. Robin was very surprised by the knight's words. "Either this stranger is very brave, or very stupid," he thought. "My noble friend," continued Robin, "we are not all outlaws in this forest. You must be one of the Sheriff of Nottingham's friends for sure." "I am as much his friend as you are, Robin Hood," exclaimed the stranger. "I am Alan Clare. I recognised you as soon as I saw you." "Alan Clare? Marion's brother?" Robin asked in surprise. "Exactly, my dear Robin Hood. I have come back from the war, where I was lucky and made a small fortune. Now I am going to see the Sheriff of Nottingham. He made an agreement with me many years ago, and now he must keep his promise." "I am happy for your good fortune, dear Alan, but I would not trust the Sheriff of Nottingham to keep his promise," said Robin. "But you do not understand, Robin," continued Alan Clare. "Before the war, I was already in love with the Sheriff's beautiful daughter, Christabel. At that time, the Sheriff said I was too poor to marry his daughter. Now I am richer than the Sheriff, so I am sure that he will be happy to let me marry Christabel," said Alan triumphantly. "Then we must go to Nottingham Castle together, my friend," said Robin. "I to free Will Scarlet, and you to free Christabel from her greedy father." "Do you mean Will from Gamwell?" asked Alan. "Yes. While William was away at war, his captain was very cruel. One day they had an argument, and Will pushed the captain. The man fell, hit his head, and died instantly." "Oh, no," said Alan. "And what did Will do then?" "He ran away and came back to England. Now they have arrested him, and he is in the dungeons of Nottingham Castle." Just then, Much arrived with even worse news. "Robin," said Much, "we must act quickly. They plan to hang Will Scarlet tomorrow at dawn." "But why so soon?" asked Robin, horrified. "Because the Sheriff must organise his daughter's wedding, which will take place at the end of this week," Much explained. This time Alan was horrified. "What?" he shouted. "Who is she going to marry?" "The richest man in England, Sir Tristan Goldsborough," said Much. Alan was so angry that he punched the nearest tree and nearly broke his hand. "Come, my friend," said Robin to Alan. "We must go to the castle immediately to save Will." "And to save my poor Christabel from the hands of that ugly monster," added Alan angrily. So the three men set off on horseback for Nottingham Castle. When they reached the castle, Alan went directly to speak to the Sheriff. Robin hid among the trees to decide what to do next.